Yo, what's up guys? My name is Glocko and welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. We're now at part 15 guys, so yeah, it's like a day has passed since our fishing trip, so here we go. So, well, some of my pills spilled out all over the bottom of my bag, which I didn't realize until minutes before I was set to go to bed last night. I spent quite a bit of time scraping them out of my luggage. It's bad, dude. And by the time I get up, I'm already starting the day with a migraine from a combination of trouble falling asleep and waking up late. I can see Hideki. When I step into the living room, Hideki is there finishing up his breakfast, his fork raised midway to his mouth. He seems unsure whether he should continue eating or greet me. Yeah, maybe I should back out of the room. Okay. Good morning. Oh, morning. What do you think we should have for breakfast? We? Aren't you eating breakfast right now? Yes, everyone else ate already. Well, despite that, he repeats his question again. He's just trying to be nice. It's an odd way to show it, but I appreciate it nonetheless, and I'm feeling pretty hungry. I try to make some conversation with him while I'm getting my breakfast, to fill in the silence. That fishing trip yesterday was fun. Do the Hakamichis and Satos often get together like that? Not really. Oh, I see. Well, I don't really. There's a brief pause before Hideki deigns to fill me in a little more. Family issues. Our fathers and brothers-in-law and, do not like each other. Hearing that gives me plenty to think about. It puts the way Shizune and Lily deal with each other into context, and makes me even more wary of getting involved. Well, family issues can be troublesome. Well, Hideki simply nods as I sit at the table with my breakfast. I wish he were a little easier to converse with. While I'm eating, I notice that the house seems oddly quiet for a place with Misha in it. If Shizune and Misha ate breakfast already, it can't be because they're asleep. I ask Hideki where they are. Well, Shizune and Misha left to run some errands for our dad. The local business people love dealing with Misha, so he insists. I guess people really like Misha here. Okay. Well, she's got a nice and cheerful personality. I can see why they would. Well, maybe you should start taking lessons from her. You could increase your business connections. Are you serious? Well, he sounds serious. I don't know what kind of business connections a little kid will need. Maybe he wants to have the best bake sale fundraiser ever. It's a shame. I'll eventually have to leave here and won't be around to see whatever he is planning. I wonder what kind of person Shizune's dad is again, other than relatively outdoorsy. What I know so far is that he asks his business partners and friends of his daughter to do favors for him. I'm assuming he's extremely shy or extremely lazy. Maybe it's a rude call to make so early, but it will certainly explain a large chunk of Shizune's personality. Do you want to go anywhere? Oh, not really. Why? Do you? Well, I thought there might be somewhere you would want to go. You don't want to do some sightseeing or eat at a specific restaurant? Well, I don't know. I've never been here before. I see. Hey, I was just about to ask him about what Shizune was like when she was younger, but he's managed to sidetrack me with just one question. This appears to be as awkward a conversation for him as it is for me. Well, you're super eager to please today. Why are you being so nice? Are you showing your secret nice side now that your sister isn't around? You're sort of right. Shizune wanted me to keep you company today. I don't want to trouble him and try to make him see that, but Hideki is as stubborn as his sister, and feels as if this is his duty. He also seems to be earnestly trying to be nice. Well, I start to realize that Hideki's idea of fun is fishing, collecting cameras, and making esoteric puns. What does esoteric mean? I don't care. Anyway, fishing is fun, but it's something I would rather do than discuss. The same goes for cameras. I'd rather handle them than collect them. True, me too. This is something Hideki picks up on himself. Are you bored? Well, I'm not bored at all. I almost yawned the word so Hideki ignores him entirely. You are bored. Shizune is said to be entertaining, and I think I don't know how to do that. I am entertained. You don't sound entertained. Well, I am. Well, why do you yell? I hope you do not yell so much around Shizune. It's hard to tell if he's joking. Either way, I'm a bit surprised. I tried to play it off and change the subject. Do you just collect cameras or are you into photography too? Well, not really. If I did, there would be more photos in this house than there currently are. What is there to take pictures of? You have lots of cameras, you don't take pictures of them? God, I don't know, a bird's architecture? One of those restaurants you were talking about? I thought this city had tons of cool stuff. How can you live in a place with so much to do and do nothing? Well, I thought you didn't know what there was to do here. Suddenly, you have many ideas and are an authority on how interesting it is. You're like our board of tourism. Do you want to go watch birds or buildings? Okay, no need to get so mad. I'm not mad, I just think that if you feel that strongly about it, then we should go to an amusement park. How did we arrive in that decision? Why? So that you can be amused. It will be fun. Will he have this same flat, unfun expression on his face while we're riding a roller coaster and drop towers? It will sure bring the fun levels down. The thought does not convince me that it's worth the trip. I don't know, it always sounded to me like going to an amusement park meant to spend more time waiting in lines than actually doing stuff. You'd have to go earlier than just to skip the line. Go earlier than this to just skip the line. Well, have you ever been to one? Well, no, but it seems like that is what it's like. Fine, what about a regular park? There's one nearby that Shizune likes going to. Maybe she will be there and I can unload you onto her. Wait, unload? What, are we some kind of baggage now? What do you mean unload? You really think alike, Isao, huh? You don't want to go to an amusement park? I don't know what to do. It looks as though I've hurt his feelings by refusing to go with him. I am already rationalizing my decision. I don't like waiting in lines, and it will be too much like a date. I'd rather go with Shizune. It will be too tiring. No, it's nothing personal, it's just that I kinda wanted Shizune to show me around town instead. Cause you know, you're a dude, but you look like a girl, but damn dude. And I don't think that with my condition, going to an amusement park will be such a hot idea. Yeah, true. He might die on the roller coaster or something. Anyway. Alright, the park is close enough that their property could almost be considered an extension of it. Both it and Shizune's backyard look about the same, except that the park has benches and more people. Oh, wow, how big is their yard? That said, it's quite nice. There are even people out walking their dogs and children flying kites that can be seen lazily drifting back and forth over the trees in the distance. I could sit here in a relaxing and scenic place like this forever. Hideki, on the other hand, looks like he's extremely bored. I want to poke him to see if he is still alive, but will he react either way? Are you bored? No, aren't you going to jog or play frisbee with dogs like everyone else? Is that what people do in parks? Well, you go to parks to get back to nature and enjoy the atmosphere. That's why you jog in the park instead of just on the sidewalk or something. You can jog anywhere. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. How can you not know this? You shouldn't have brought that up. It's too weird. Haven't you ever heard of children should be seen, not heard? Yes? I lied. I'm bored. Would you like to play a game? I groan audibly enough to hope that he understands I don't want to. He doesn't care. In fact, he's already toying with a deck of playing cards. Why are you upset? That is why we are here. Well, I thought we were here to look for Shizune-chan. Well, exactly. That is why we should play a game. It's Shizune Trap. You can trap anything, including What? A card game that traps people? Okay. If we compete against each other in the spirit of competition and in sportsmanly manner, she will be drawn here to challenge the winner like a shark. Then I will defeat her like a safari hunter. Then, take a photo of the award ceremony. Well, sharks do not go around challenging people to games of chance like dojo breakers. Oh, when did you bring that camera? Anyway, no, I get enough games hanging out with your sister. No, come on, it will be fun. We can play chess. Oh, please, no. Besides, playing chess in the park is something old people do, like fishing. You're going to get old too fast if you keep doing all this old man stuff. And Hideki freezes like like I've suddenly started speaking a foreign language. Well, maybe I've offended him again. Maybe he's secretly 50 years old and has just aged incredibly well. Him being Shizune's brother could be a cover story. What about checkers or Go or even backgammon is fine, even though I don't like it. If board games aren't your thing, we can play card games. Anything other than 7 cards because it is for wimps. Are you afraid that you will lose? If you can beat me, I'll give you candy. How the hell are we supposed to get swayed with that? Hideki, you are just like Shizune. I'm starting to think this is all a pretense to playing games. No, that is not true. You are! I bet that competition streak is genetic. I'll sell you to science. Well, no one can own a human being. Well, how about I teach you some sign language instead? When Shizune asked me if I wanted to come here, we talked a little and it seems like you and your dad doesn't use sign language. Well, I'm just guessing, but if you don't, I could teach you some. I'm not a master at it though. Well, I think it might be good for you to move your arms more anyway. Yeah, he's just like straight body and stuff. Okay. He barely moves his hands or arms. Most of the time they just hang limply at his sides. How unnerving. It's been bothering me that Shizune's entire family apparently doesn't know how to sign. Well, I wonder what she did before she met Misha. Did they just hire a translator for her? Did she write out everything on that pad she carries around? Who knows? The second is the most likely, or she could type it out on a phone. That will explain why she dislikes using the pad so much. Sad is, it is. I can sort of see why Hideki and her dad might not have bothered to learn sign language. It probably was too much of a hassle at that time. Well, it's very easy to think that. From what I've seen so far though, neither of them hold it against each other or are too badly affected about it. It could be that I'm overthinking the situation. Okay, come on, to be honest, I'm still learning sign language myself. I brought all my books along with me so I can keep up, you know. So still, I can at least teach you the alphabet. It's pretty simple, and this is kite. I feel really corny right now, and even more so when Hideki stares back at me blankly as if the entire concept of learning is alien to him. Shizune liked flying kites here as well. Oh, this is his attempt to salvage the conversation. I am happy to oblige. Fishing and now kites too? Shizune really likes all these relaxing hobbies. Well, fighter kites but Hideki freezes as Misha appears behind him and puts her hands over his eyes. Guess who? He seemed to finally be loosening up too. Oh, hi Misha, is Shizune with you? Hi, He-chan, no spoilers! Don't spoil it, don't ruin the surprise, okay? Misha? Bingo, that's right! But it was too easy somehow. I don't know what she means by somehow. Too many people can't tell it's me. I want to surprise someone. I thought for sure that Hideki would be fooled. Why weren't you, You are the only person who does that, you and kidnappers. Really? Why do you laugh? Are you giving Hisao trouble? I thought you would take him somewhere more exciting than the park. It isn't even that far from home. You are so lazy. Hideki, are you giving He-chan trouble? You should have taken him somewhere more exciting. The park is too close to home. He-chan says you're lazy. Well, he wanted to come here. Why are you so argumentative? That's him. I didn't pronounce that. I have to keep my little brother in line. Oh, what is she saying? Yeah, you must be kept in line. Really? They're ready to go at each other's throats this quickly. On one hand, I've heard that sibling fights so much isn't uncommon. And the fact that they fight at all proves that there has to be some level of communication going on. So, it's nice to get along. They argue all the way back home. Misha translates for Shizune and I for Hideki. So it looks more like we're the ones arguing instead. Except, well, not really. Nobody could listen to Misha and believe that. The day got entertaining in the end, at least. That was a quick little segment. Okay, we'll continue, guys. We're gonna continue. Here we go. So the next day... Well, time flies so fast here. So despite having only been here for 2 days, it feels like it's been much longer. I wake up feeling more tired than refreshed. Maybe because I've been moving around almost constantly since I got here. Well, whatever the reason, it's making me get up unusually late each day. I like sleeping in, but it could be inconvenient if it ends up becoming a habit. Wait, I just want to notice that how much of a really big bed they have. I can hear a deep male voice shouting loudly in the background. Well, it must be Shizune's dad, or maybe with the size of this place, it's creditors. Well, more likely the former, since the yelling doesn't seem angry, or, you know, it's just loud. Holy shit! What the? It looks like a freaking hero in a MOBA game. Okay, Shizune, Misha, and Hideki are sitting in the living room, having a one-sided conversation with a giant bear man who alternates between shoveling away food from a plate, balance on his leg, and twirling a sword. From what Shizune and Hideki are like, I'd expect their dad to be a very reserved, clean-cut, possibly androgynous person, so I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised for a while until he starts talking to me. Hello, you must be Shizune's other friend. Did you have a good night's rest? The guest rooms are a bit sparse. If there is anything you need, feel free to tell me. Well, thanks. You must be Shizune's father. It's nice to meet you. I'm Shizune's classmate, Hisao Nakai. The pleasure is mine. I wanted to meet you after hearing that I will have a second guest in my house. Unexpected. You hear something like that, and obviously you wanted to see what that person is like. Would you like my business card? He holds up a case full of them for a second. I can see that his name is Jigoro, and that his office hours are from 8 to 6. They also say that he's a consultant. What a prepared guy, carrying his card case around in his own home. We're just sitting down to a slightly late lunch. You're just in time to join us. A good pick-up place to sit down, and I'll bring you a plate. I hope you don't mind eating bear liver. What the fuck? I thought that bear liver was toxic. Either way, the thought of eating bear liver doesn't appeal to me other than for the ability to tell people that I've eaten bear liver. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try it, but Shizune's dad merely laughs. I'm just making a joke, although maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to cook up some bear livers for you kids. They will make you strong. We're actually having omelets. I'll make you one right now. Is that unusual for you, having an omelet for lunch? Very unusual. Oh no, not at all. Jigoro vanishes to where the kitchen must be. I'm surprised that despite living in this place, he has to cook my lunch. Maybe he only cooks because he likes to. That's cool. My steaming plate of food is done, and in a very short time. It smells really good. Well, are you in the student council like Shizune? Is the student council that busy? That Shizune has to drag her friends along with her everywhere she goes. Sometimes a vacation is just a vacation. You're right about that student council part, but I think we're just here for fun though. Well, I see, is that right? When I was young, our student council had so much work that I don't think we could have afforded going on vacation. Well, it must be nice having so much free time. Should give you plenty of time to think about your future. I do not like the direction this discussing is taking, and start thinking about how to avoid it. Well, have you thought about that? About what you want to do? Oh no, I haven't given it much thought recently. Well, what do you do if you don't mind me asking? It must be something pretty cool if it can get you a house like this. Why do you want to know that? Children aren't interested in business. What business of yours is my business? Suspicious. Are you some kind of tax boy? I guess he really does not like being asked questions. Hee-chan isn't a tax collector's boy, I think. Hee-chan, what do your parents do? You never told us. Hell, you be quiet. Don't interrupt me. I hate being interrupted. Rude. Shizune doesn't look too happy with this turn of events. Even with Misha unable to sign to her what's going on, she can read the mood easily. Her glare becomes more smoldering as Jigoro continues to rant. One more thing, my fishing equipment. I came home and it was just in a big pile in the corner. Rods just stacked haphazardly on top of a tackle. That was me. I can't remember if it actually was him. Well, if it wasn't, I appreciate that he's willing to take one for the team. It doesn't matter because Jigoro ignores him without skipping a beat. Well, anyway, I'm glad that my fishing equipment could provide so much entertainment for my daughter's friends. Well, did not even tell me you were going to be using them. Those are expensive, custom-made poles, not for dilettantes. Dilettantes, sorry. I suddenly became aware of the eggshell fragments in my omelet. Is he just a bad cook? Does he eat them for the calcium? Were they purposely added there to give me more discomfort? So confused. I'm not as unnerved as I think I would normally be. Well, then again, my life has been pretty strange lately, and I keep running into all sorts of different people. Nothing surprises me anymore. Didn't even properly clean them up after use. Terrible. Do you even know how to fish? Unlikely. There are not enough poles here for all of you. How does that work? Did you all share? One person baits the hook and another casts? 2 people to reel? Incompetent. Well, 6 of us went, so we couldn't all do it at the same time. Well, first it was just me, Akira, Hideki, and Misha. Stop talking, that sounds unspeakably dirty. I haven't had... What the hell, Jigoro? I have had enough of your filth. How vulgar. Make sure that your statements are not so embarrassingly carelessly worded next time. What? You're so disrespectful. Amazing. Are all delinquent types like this? Even the way you dress shows flippant disregard for authority. Sweater vest. Disgraceful. Delinquent? I'm on the student council. I'm hurt by his comment on my sweater vest, especially when it's coming from a guy in such a tacky shirt. I guess I can't really say anything though. He has a sword. He might also kill bears. Misha loudly puts her plate down on the table. That was delicious! Shi-chan and I are done now. He-chan, you are too, right? We shall get going. What a simple yet effective exit strategy. I barely have the time to put down my plate before they pull me up and out of there and finally outside. What happened? Unbelievable! It's like I'm really watching an interrogation. This is not a cop show. Guests definitely have responsibilities, but hasn't he ever heard of being a gracious host? Really? Misha attempts to sloppily mimic Shizune's angry chopping gesture as best as she can. She has the expression down too, but the tone of her voice is the same as ever, just lacking the anger necessary to bring it all together. Don't take it too hard, He-chan. Shi-chan's dad does this to everyone. I think it's like a joke. Well, that was the most aggressive joke possible. I'm also not all convinced that it was a joke, considering that this hastily staged retreat. But this isn't a good moment to discuss how Shizune's father might be a jerk. Well, He-chan, let's go shopping! You haven't been to town yet, have you? It will be fun. We can see the sights and go to an amusement park. Or maybe eat a good restaurant. At a good restaurant, sorry. We just had lunch. Even though I didn't eat lunch. It's okay. In that case, we just have to make sure that today is so busy that by the time we're done, it will be time for dinner. It works out perfectly! Come on, He-chan! They immediately flank me and hook my arms with theirs. Shizune taking one arm and Misha taking the other. At first, we almost trip over each other. Shizune walks at a very brisk pace and Misha has an unusually bouncy way of moving around. We get the hang of it soon enough, and I notice we're going to town by cutting through the park. It doesn't seem efficient, so I'm guessing this is a scenic route. Walking this way hinders how we can communicate with each other significantly. I can't talk to Shizune at all. Shizune and Misha are down to one-handed gestures only. Well, it feels nice though, I don't mind too much. When I make a crack about it to Misha, she responds with mild confusion. Really, He-chan? If you really want Shi-chan's attention, you can tell me and then I can tap her on the shoulder for you. Well, you could just let me go and I'll do it myself. How are you going to tap her on the shoulder from over there? Like this? She suddenly stops in her tracks roughly and tries to reach behind her back and across my shoulders to get Shizune's attention. She succeeds, but only because when Misha stopped I had to as well, or we'd all fall over. Obviously, Shizune had to jerk to a halt too. The sight makes Misha let out one of her characteristic laughs, which shakes us all around more, and Shizune starts flailing her free hand to get her to stop, which only causes her to laugh harder. It is pretty funny to watch her getting so flustered, and I start laughing too. Wow, what? That was it? That was a very quick... that was a very quick segment again. Alright. So I've been neglecting my silent. Okay, I'm gonna end this episode for here, guys. Well, at least we've met Shizune's father this time, so I'm pretty curious about what's gonna happen in the next days with his father. So, alright, 3 days into the house and a lot has happened. Well, not really, actually. Time goes by so quickly here in this household. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and favorite it. If you want more videos, do check out my channel for more and subscribe. I'll see you guys again in my next videos and in the next episode. Bye!